Hello, this is a wildcard by James Sinclair. I'm gonna move the objects to the left and right so we can more clearly see the rules. It is part of a subscription, I think, of his puzzles, where every week he posts a few set of puzzles. The first 3 puzzles of every week are, I think, free. So these are one of the puzzles of this week, and I will attempt to solve it. It is particularly simple in terms of rules, but I believe it's going to be a good puzzle. So, wild card by James Sinclair. Let's go. Digits 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3x3 box. Those are normal Sudoku rules. Cages show their sums, and digits cannot repeat within a cage. Well, I mean, by Sudoku rules, they already can't repeat within the cage, but for completion's sake, yes, in cages, digits may not repeat. And digits in cages must be equal to their sum. So these 2 digits have the sum to 7, these 2 digits have the sum to 13, and so on. On thermometers, digits increase from the bulb, so they must increase in this order, and can increase by, more than 1. So you could have something like this, that's fine, as long as every digit is greater than the last one. Digits in cells separated by a white dot are consecutive, so these are 2 consecutive digits, and I would assume that not all consecutive digits are given, so these could be consecutive if they wanted to be, and it's fine. Okay, with that, let us start solving. Alright, well, obviously the most important thing to look at is this thermometer here, which does affect these 13 cages and 7 cages in some way. Because this is at least a 3. It can't be more than a 3. Oh, sorry, this is at most. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, in fact, okay, let's do something known as good living and place possibilities in each cell of this thermometer. And the reason why I can do this is because at the very least, this could be a thermometer going from 1 to 7. But at the very most, this could be a thermometer going from 3 to 9. So those are our bounds for this thermometer, and so for each digit it's always going to be in between those bounds, and therefore I can place 2 digits in here. That does help us with this cell, because this cell can't be a 3 anymore, otherwise this would be a 10 to complete the 13 cage, which is not possible. So that can't be 3, meaning that this which means that this can't be a 4, because this would have to be one that. So this can't be 4, this can't be 5, this can't be 6, this can't be 7. And similarly we can do the same thing about this. This can't be 7, because then this would have to be 0 to complete the 7 cage, which does not work. So it has to be 6, which pushes this down. This must not be 5, this must not be 4, this must not be smaller than 4, and this must therefore be smaller than 3. So we have 3 digits to begin with. This might be useful, not necessarily so. This 5 could be interesting. Same with this 6, honestly. Well, I can tell you that this is 9 and this is 11. What could this 9 be? It can't be a 4-5 pair, it can't be a 3-6 pair. It could be a 1-8 pair or a 2-7 pair. And this cell could be a... Well, it can't be 5-6, it can't be 4-7, so this could be 3-8 or 2-9. 3-8 or 2-9. Ah! Wait a minute, wait. 3-8 or 2-9. Okay, that doesn't really help us. But I think it does say that 7 can't be... Well, 7 can be here if it was 2-7. So, wait, what digit cannot be in these cells? I think all digits can be in these cells, in these cages specifically. Oh, I'm dumb. You can just finish this. That's a 9. That's just a 9 because it's a 13 cage. And that's just a 1 because it's a 7 cage. Okay. Brain lagged a bit, but this now cannot be 2-9. I assume therefore it must be 3-8. This now can't be 1-8 and therefore must be a 2-7. This places our last digits, which are 1 and 9 here. Okay, that is decent progress. Doesn't really give us much help on the outside though. Oh, this 16 cage is forced because this 16 cage can only be 7 and 9. Any other digits in this cage does not add up to 16. I don't see that anywhere else in here though. There's also no minimum cage. Okay. This one maybe? That's 5. It could be 1, 4 or 2, 3. But it can't be 2, 3 because this is 2 or 3. So if this is a 2, 3 pair, you'd have 3 cells here that are 2 or 3, which forces a repeat in this row. So this must be 1, 4, which is resolvable by this 4 over here. That's 1, that's 4. This one will then repeat there. Sorry, this one will see that cell, so that's 9, that's 1. Sorry, I was a little faulted there because my door made a noise. And I'm pretty sure for all I know I am home alone. So, ooh, spooky. Okay, this cell, this cage is a 7. It can't be 1, 6 because of that, and it can't be 3, 4 because of that. So I assume it must be 2, 5. Assume? I know it must be 2, 5. This 5 sees that, so that's 2. That's 5. This 2 will disambiguate that, making that a 7, so that is a 2. This 2 sees that cell, so that's 1. Which does not give us anything to do with that. But maybe it helps here, because this now can't be 1, 8, can't be 2, 7, can't be 4, 5, and must therefore be 3, 6. Which is... it's a deduction. 1 in this box, those are seen, and this one sees that, so 1 must be there in this box. Can I do something similar? I don't think so. Okay. Maybe it'd be good at this 6. No, because these don't actually fit on there at all. We still have a lot of options for the 6 here. Yeah, okay. Well, sorry. Yes, these ones see those cells. This one sees that. So 1 must appear on the 6 cage and therefore must be accompanied by 5 to make 6. This 12 cage does still have options. It could be 4, 8 or 3, 9. And I don't think we know which. Although I can pencil those down for you. Those are 3, 9 or 4, 8. It can't be 5, 7 because of the 5 in the row already. But if it was 3, 9. This 3, 6 pair forces that to be not a 3. So that therefore cannot be 9. If it was a 4, 8 pair, this 4 would see that, so that would not be 4, and therefore that would not be 8. So this forms sort of a 3, 8 pair here, which is something that it's something. Here we have 6 that is not yet marked into this cell. 6 could be lying here, and in fact, yes, in this box where a 6 goes, this 3, 6 pair sees that, and none of these are 6, so 6 goes in this cell. But what must it be accompanied by? It can't be accompanied by 5 in your consecutive, so it must be 6, 7, right? So that can't be 7, that's 9, that's 7. That does not change any of these. But this is either 3 or 8. And this 3, 6 pair sees that, so that can't be 3, that's 8. That's 3, which requires a 9 to resolve the 12 cage. This 3 looks up there, making that an 8. That is now a 3. This 6, 7 pair, this entire row can be finished off with 2, 4, and 8, I believe. 2, 4, and 8. That removes 2 as an option for this cell, so that's 3. That is very cool. This is 4, 5, and 7. No, not 4, 5. 4, 7, and 9, sorry. Yes, 4, 7, 9. And this cell can't be 7 or 9, so it must be 4. These are a 7, 9 pair, which is resolvable by that 9. So that's 7, that's 9. These are 5 and 6. And these are 2 and 8. This 7 sees that cell, so that's 8, which forces it to be a 9 because it's the only thing above 8. Only thing greater than 8. And in this box, where does 9 go? The 9 see these cells, but 9 can't be part of the 8 cage because then it will be too big. You couldn't have 9 plus something else add up to 8, so 9 goes there. This 8 might actually be interesting as well. Well, no, actually, it does still have its options. Does it have its options? Yeah, it does. It could still be like 2 6. It could be 1 7. It can't be 3 5 because of this 3 and the 5 here seeing that cell. This 7 sees that, so that's 6. That's 7. And now it can't be 2 6 because there's 2 and 6 here which sees that cell. So it can't be 3 5. It can't be 2 6. It can't be 4 and 4. So it must be 1 and 7, which can only be fulfilled like this. This 10 cage does get resolved because this 1 7 and 8 means this can't be 1 9, can't be 3 7 or 2 8, and therefore must be 4 6. This 4 sees that cell, so that's 6, that's 4, which is good. This cell to complete the column is just an 8, meaning that cell must be 5. That is therefore a 3 to complete the column. That is therefore a 2. This is a 7, but cannot use 3 4 and cannot use 2 5. Therefore must be 1 and 6, which is resolved by this 1 here. So that's 6. That's 1. These cells are 4 and 2 and 4. This 2 sees that cell, so that's 4, that's 2. These cells are 3, 4, and 7. I need to look at that very slowly, but that's 3, 4, 7. 4 can't be here or there, so 4 goes there. And that's a 3, 7 pair, which I don't see anything to resolve yet. This 2 sees that cell, so that's 8. Therefore, to complete the column, we would have 5 and 6. This 6 sees that, so that's 5, that's 6. This 13 might be helpful, because it can't be 4, 9. It can't be 6, 7. And therefore must be 5, 8, I think. Which therefore means these 3 cells are 3, 7, and 9. 9 can't be in those cells, so 9 goes there. So this is 3 or 7, and this 7 sees this. So that's 3, that's 7, that is 3 to finish off the... Well, to finish that off. This 6 sees that cell, so that's 5, that's 6, this 5 sees that, so that's 8, that is 5. And something something. These are 2, 4, and 8 to complete the column. This is 2. And then these, well, we have a lot of options for that. Okay, this is all just regular Sudoku at this point, I think, because every cage has been dealt with. These to complete the row are 1, 6, and 7. 1 and 7 see that cell, so that's 6. This is a 1, 7 pair. This 6 sees that cell, so that's 3. That is 6. These 2 digits must be 2 and 5 to complete the column. This 5 sees that, so that's 2. That's 5. This is no longer 2, and therefore the only place 2 can be in this column must be there. 4 is there. To complete the row here, this is 2 and 5, which we have not yet disambiguated. Funny enough. These are 2, 3, and 7. These 2 see those cells, so 2 goes there. 7 sees that, so that's 3. That is 7. And then we can do a lot of extra work here. These 2 cells are 6 and 7. This 6 sees that, so that's 7, that's 6. This 7 disambiguates this. This 1 disambiguates this. This 5 disambiguates that, which then disambiguates this. Now we have these cells, which are 3 and 4. This 3 sees that, so that's 4, that's 3. This 4 sees that, so that's 8, that's 4. And these cells are therefore 8 and 9, which is resolvable. There you go, puzzle solved. Well, very nice puzzle. Also, probably generally approachable. Maybe except for like some of these. This is a very interesting thermometer break-in. So I am pretty happy with that. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I will be seeing you now. Bye bye. Hello, this is Wingspan by James Sinclair. This is from his set of puzzles, the Artisanal Sudoku, currently at like 106 volumes already, so you could go check it out if you would like to. I think I'll put the link in the description when I am done. But with that, let's look at the rules. So, in this puzzle, normal Sudoku rules apply, so digits wanted on every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Some cages show there are sums, which are these cages, and digits may not repeat within a cage. So, okay, I mean it's not said here, but digits in these cages must sum to the number in the corner. So these 3 digits sum to 24, for example. Digits cannot repeat in a cage, so these 2 digits cannot be the same. For example, digits on arrows sum to the number in a connected circle. So these digits sum to this digit and may repeat if allowed by other rules. So you could have like a 2 here and another 2 there, that's fine. Digits in cells separated by a black dot have a 1:2 ratio, so one digit is double the other digit. And I would assume that not all dots are given, so these 2 digits can be in a ratio if they would want to be. Yeah, and with that, those are the rules of the puzzle. Let us begin solving. So first thing I see are these 24 and 23 cages, which have forced combinations. For example, this 24 can only be 7, 8, 9 because that is the maximum digits you can put in a cage. And here also, the maximum digits you can put in a cage are 6, 8, and 9 for 23. So we can place those in first. I can therefore say that 8 and 9 do not appear anywhere here because these triples stare at these cells. And therefore 8 and 9 must appear in this box. However, 8 and 9 cannot appear in the arrow because this would then have to be a lot greater. So for example, a 9 here with these digits has to be at least a 10 already. And similarly for 8, with these digits, even if we had 3 1s, would make this at least an 11. So 8 and 9 cannot appear on the arrow and therefore must appear outside, which forms a pair. But I think what is even more intriguing is that this cell cannot be 6, 7, 8, or 9. So so it must be 5 or less. But let's consider what digits we can place here. The minimum digits we can place here are 1, 1, 1, and 2, right? Because they can repeat. And so the minimum you can place here is actually a 5. But we know that it has to be 5 or less. And so therefore this is forced to be a 5 exactly, which means that our minimum digits must be correct. So that is great. These digits are 3, 4, 6, and 7. I guess these can't be 7 and those can't be 6. So, okay, lots of digits already. I think that is a good start. 1 must appear in one of those cells. Well, this one sees that, so 1 is in one of those cells and 2 is in one of those cells. Which might be interesting because this can't be 1 now. If 1 is in a black dot, if 1 is next to a black dot, then the other digit must be a 2. Because that's the only digit that is in a 1:2 ratio with 1. But that doesn't work for this one because then this will be forced to be a 2, which breaks. So 1 can only be there. Okay, now 1 must be in these 3 cells somewhere, but this can't be 1 because you can't have 2 digits summing to 1. So 1 is one of those 2 cells. Okay. These 4 digits might be useful. Now because this can't be 1 or 2, right? The only digits you can place near a black dot are 3, 6 and 4, 8. Because it can't be 1, 2. Like it's either 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 8 or 3, 6. But they can't have 1, 2. So it's either 4, 8 or 3, 6. Now what would happen if it was something like a 3, 6? Because 3, 6 doesn't have anything around it. So if it's 3, 6, then all these dots are self-contained to be within 3 and 6. Which may be an issue, but I don't think I see anything wrong with that. These 2 digits would then be the same. And so would these 2 digits, but that's fine. What if these were a 4, 8? That might be more... Could that be more restrictive? No, because... Well, I mean this 7, 8, 9 pair forces this to be a 4 and that to be an 8. But this could easily be a 4, that could even be a 2 if you wanted it to be. So, no, it's not really restricted then. So I guess we don't look at this first. Okay. But we have a lot of ones here. And that can't be one by this cell. So in fact, what is the smallest we can place on here? Oh, this might help as well. Yes, because this can't be 1, so it is minimum a 2. Now these are minimum 1, 2, but can this ever be a 1? We know like technically minimally it can be 1, but that fails. You know why? Because you know why? Because that forces both of these to be 1s, which removes all candidates from this 2 cells. So that means that this set here cannot have 2 1s. It can have 1 1 at maximum, and therefore this is minimum a 2, which means that at the very minimum this forms a 7, right? Okay, maybe that's not where I'm meant to look though, because that felt very far-fetched. It is I'm pretty sure it's a correct piece of logic, but that feels very far-fetched. I don't feel like that will be in the puzzle. I can't say there's at least 7 though, but like expected, yeah, as expected, it does not give me much information. This cage is 7 cells large, but it's possible that it does not contain a 1 in there. Oh, in fact it doesn't, because this cell sees all those, and this one here sees both of those cells. So in fact this does not contain a 1 in it. And while there is some other digit it does not contain besides the 1, but this does not contain a 1 in it. Is that helpful in any way? I mean, we can also say this is also very similar to this here, because this again could only be 3 6 or 4 8. Okay. To be honest, I don't really see much now. It might be time to look at these cages, even though they don't look very helpful. They really don't. Okay, I can say a 2 is in one of those cells because of this 2 here, seeing these 2 cells. And therefore, 2 is in one of those cells along with the 1. So 1 and 2 are in those cells. But I can't say anything else about, you know, any other digits. We really don't have a lot of those. Yeah, in fact we don't have a lot of anything. These 1s look down in this cell, but any of these could be 1s. A 1 here works, right? Because, you know, 2 digits can easily sum to 12. What about this cage? Can 1 be in here? Yeah, because 1 can be next to 7, 9 to make 16, to make 17, sorry. And then this could be an 8. So 1 could be in this cage. Okay, well I don't see much. Maybe I do still have to look at these. These might be constrained in some way. Because these are 4 distinct digits that, yeah, because they're all different, right? There are 4 distinct digits that are part of the, that are beside the black dot. So let me just write down here what possible pairs can exist in black dot. So these are not real options, but these are possible pairs you can have on a black dot. And the digits that we have here are 1, 2, 4, 8, 3, and 6. So these digits are from 1, 2, 4, 8, 3, and 6. But they can't be 1. So none of these pairs are from the 1, 2 pair. This is not 2 either. But the problem is any of them could be 3, 6. Although I guess this and this, yeah, these interlocking elbow shapes do have some sort of affinity. But we know this could be 3 6 or 4 8. Same here. And then we could have 3 6s all the way around. And then this could be 3. It could also be 6 if we wanted it to. Actually no, it can't be 6 because this can't be 7. Oh, in fact, yeah, this cell is actually pretty small. Well, no, it's not pretty small. It's only 4 or 6. Actually, it could be 3 also. It could also be 3. But that does help us in saying that where does 1 and 2 go in this column? Yes, because 1 and 2 can't be here. You can't have 2 digits that sum to 1 or 2. So 1 and 2 are actually there. Okay. But 3 no longer works, right? Because 3 here implies you need a 1-2 pair here. But that doesn't work because a 1-2 pair is already here. So you can't have a 1 or a 2 there. So this is not 3. If this was a 4, then this is 1 3. But if this is a 6, then this is either 1 5 or 2 4. So that is 3 4 5. But it can't be 5 because 5 cannot be beside a black dot. So it must be that. So we have narrowed this down to a lot fewer options. I'm gonna remove these pencil marks so they don't confuse anyone. But if this was a 3, this must be a 6. And if it was a 4, it must be an 8. Now these must be, well, 3 or 4, because if this is 6, this must be 3, if it's 8, this must be 4. And these cells, well, if it's 3, it must be 6. But if it was a 4, it could be 2 or 8. So we have a lot more options for this specific cell. Okay. I would say that's a lot more progress than that. But I can also say that these two cells are the same. So I'm going to color them in a distinctly different color. Those cells are the same, and therefore cannot appear anywhere in these, and therefore must appear somewhere here. Which you can also say by this cell seeing that come in those cells and therefore must be here. But okay, how does that work? 4 puts 3 there, making this a 3 6. A 6 puts 4 there, but that's fine. It's either 1 3 or 2 4, right? Yeah, it's either 1 3 or 2 4. Okay. Can I tell where that digit goes? Because this digit can't be there, can't be here, and it can't be 1. So this digit goes somewhere here. Let's see, blue. Oh my, what is that? Is that color mixing? Okay, well, I should have gone for the no color version so I could color stuff in myself, but we just know that this digit is somewhere in here. And I think this digit can't be a 1, and therefore it's somewhere in here, in this box. But it doesn't say much, right? Because these two digits are in those cells. But this digit can't be a 2. A 2 could be in this though. It could very easily be in there. No, I don't see what there is after that. It's 62448 or 4136. 6248 or 4136. Okay, so this is well ordered to be. It's either all first digits or all second digits in the marking. But yeah, okay, I mean that's convenient, but doesn't really help. Oh, this can't be a 1-2 pair. Wait, can it be a 1-2 pair? Yeah, it can. You can follow that. Oh, but it can't be a 1-2 pair. Okay, because if it was a 1-2 pair, then these 1-2 pairs would force 1 and 2 to be in this cell, which would then have to accompany a 10 to make 13. So this can't be a 1-2 pair, and therefore has to be at least a 1-3 pair. Yes, and because this can't be a, you can only have one in here. You can't have how do I say this? This would then be at least 6, right? Yeah, because you can't have 2 1s in here. You can't have 2 2s in here. Therefore, at the very minimum, you need a 1, 2, and 3. That is the minimum you can have, a 6. And then with this not being a 1, is at least a 2. So this is at least an 8. Because of this 1, 2 pair. Maybe that's where we're supposed to hit. Where else can we go? Well, how could this be a 9? It would be a 9 if this is 7. That could be 1, 2, 4. Or it could be 3, 3, and 1. Or it could just be 1, 2, 3. Where this is 1 or 2. Right? Because 1 and 2 cannot exist in these cells, otherwise 1 and 2 is forced into here. I mean, these cells are the same. Could they both be 3s then? I mean, this could still be 2. It could still look something like 2, 2, 1, 3, right? That's fine. Yeah, that's plausible. And then this could be 1, 2. Oh, well, it could be the other way around. It could be like it could be like that. Is what it could be. Oh, wait a minute. If these were both 3s, then these would have to be from the set 1 and 2 only. But this can't be 1 and 2. And so if this is 3, this must have a 4 in it. Right? Because if this is 3, this can't just be 1 and 2. And it can't have 3 in it. So it must have a 4 somewhere. And it's minimally a 1, 4. This is therefore at least a 2. The 1 here forces a 2 there, forcing a 1 there, which means it's also at least a 2. Which fails, because 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is... Math. Oh, it's 9. Oh, that's fine. That's doable, isn't it? Oh, 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is indeed 9. Wait a minute. So it is possible for there to be 3s here. Oh, that is unfortunate. And obviously it's possible there for there to be 4s here, because, you know, we could make this 1, 2, 3 and then 2. But if this ever was 3, because this is at least 6, we know this is at least 6. It can't be 5 or less. I think we've proven that already. And I think I'm happy with just saying that that's true, without having to go over that every single time we brush past this arrow. This is at least 6. So if this is at most a 3. I can say that this is therefore 2 or 3. But more importantly, this could be 7, couldn't it? And we've shown it could be 7 with 1, 4, 2 here. Alright, so okay. If this was a 6, how would that work? This can't be 1 and 2. So 3 must be here somewhere, along with either 1 or 2, making that the last 1 or 2. But this can't be 1 and 2 as well, otherwise we know already that this would have 1 and 2 in it, which is not possible. So 1 and 2 would have to be there, and then 3 would have to be there. This is if this summed to 6, this is forced. If this summed to 7, which is possible if this is a 2, how would that work? Well, 1 and 2 can't be there. So again, 1 and 2 must be in one of those cells. Oh, okay. So 4 exists in one of those cells. But again, yes, but this can't be 1 and 2. This can't be 1 or 2 either. Because by the same logic, yeah. Okay, so this is either 3 or 4. And then these are both 1 and 2. Which does form a 3-4 pair here and a 1-2 pair here. I think I should try figuring out how to logically deduce this. And what I will say is, can this be 3-3-1? I forget that. Can this be 3-3-1? 3-3-1? It could be 3-3-1, couldn't it? Oh, that really does mess stuff up. Wait. 3-3-1. This makes this a 4-4. But then this would then be a 2, which is fine. Yeah, that's fine, because then this would be an 8. Oh, so it could be 3, 3, and 1. I didn't notice that. I was gonna say that these are 1, 2, and then there's 3, 4, but it could also be something that looks like this. It still does make this a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple here. So I guess that is somewhat useful. But we have a lot more options now, which is quite unfortunate. So, oopsies. Okay, don't think I'm really going anywhere with this arrow over here. Although I'm pretty sure that's where we have to go. Because I don't think anything else allows me to break into the puzzle, right? Unless it's this, but that doesn't feel very fruitful either. These are the same. Could be 2, 1, 2, 4. These are 1 and 2. Oh, I think one is here. I think 1 must be there. Let me see if I can prove that. So, where does 1 go in this box? Well, these two 1s, remove 1 from those cells. So 1 goes in one of those cells. If 1 was there, oh, then 1 does not go there. Okay, my goodness. If 1 is there, it does not go there. But if 1 was there, then 1 is not there. And therefore, 1 is in one of those cells, right? Because these cells can't be... They can't have no 1s in it. Otherwise, they would add up to at least 8. If you have like 2, 3... Oh, 2, 3, 2? Does that work? 2 here. Oh my goodness, does that work? Wait. My brain is trying to figure out all the possibilities. Maybe this isn't even true. Well, why have we not tried yet? 2, 3, 2? Does that work? No, it can't have double 2s in it. And it can't have double 1s in it. So, okay, so if 1 was there, then because 1 is not there, then 1s must be in one of those cells. Yes. Which breaks. So 1 can't be there. Because one of those cells and one of those cells kind of forms an X-wing. And then breaks this 1 here. Or in other words, you can say 1 doesn't go anywhere in this row. Which of course breaks. So 1 can't be there, meaning 1 is one of those cells. 1 is either here, or 1 is there. If 1 was here, and this was not a 1. I mean, it could still be 2, 1, something. But can I remove 2 from here? No, I can't. Again, 1, 2, something. So if I can prove 1 is in there, I can remove 2 from here. But no, I don't think so. I feel like this is still right. I think this is still right. There cannot be duplicate 1s or 2s in this part of the arrow. Yes. There can be duplicate 3s. If the 3s were both here, then that's fine. There can be duplicate 3s. But they cannot be duplicate 1s or 2s. Okay. No, I don't see anything. Well, okay. This digit has to be pretty high. It has to be at least 5. Yes, so whatever this digit is, can't be there. Because this is not 1, 2, 3, or 4, so it can't be 2 or 3. So these two digits are the ones that are the same. Wow. Let's use red. Okay, you can sort of tell that these two are both red. That's fine. Those digits are the same. This digit could still be those. Could still be here. This digit could be there if it's a 3. Right? Because you have 3, 6, and 6. But if this digit was that, then we know this is no longer 2. The only issue is it could be that. Don't really quite see anything still. Yeah, like where am I supposed to even look? I mean, if this is a 1, then this would be pretty high, right? Because how would this be a 1? Sorry, if this is 8 or 9. If this is a 1... Oh, wait, hold on. No, I'm going about this all wrong. No, I'm still going about this all wrong. Yeah, I'm still not doing this right. We know 1 isn't here. 1 could be in the 13 cage. That's very easy to do. 1 could also be there, I think. Because this could be a 1. 1 could be in the 17 cage if it was followed by 7 and 9, making that an 8. But actually, because does this have to have a 1 in it? We know if it doesn't, then it would have to be 2, 3, and 3 at least, which is already an 8. Plus this would be, okay. So this arrow must have a 1 in one of these cells. Which, by some way of weird X-Wing, mean that none of these cells can ever contain a 1 in them? So maybe that's useful, somehow? But no, none of those digits can have a 1 in them. What does that even mean though? Like, why would that even be important? Okay, I don't think. I just don't think in general. What is this? I mean, there has to be something easier that I'm just not seeing. I keep saying that and then nothing actually happens. I don't know. This can't be 1, 2. It could still be. Could this even be? This can't be. Yeah. Again, this is 3, 6, or 4, 8. But this could even be 2 if like that happened. 2, 3, 4, 8. This could also be 4, 8. That's fine. I wanna know, can we figure out what the last digit is that isn't in this box? In this cage, sorry. Do we know what that last digit is? I mean, we know 1 isn't in there, but there is a second digit that's not in this cage, because it's only 7 large. But I don't think we can figure that out yet. Because even this cell over here could be in there if it was a 3. And 3, 4, something. Goes to be 2, 3, 6. Or 2, 4, 8. This one is stumping me fairly hard. This digit can't be there, can't be there. I mean, I'm sure there's something. I'm sure there is. But it's just taking me a bit of time to see. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm still convinced that it's the arrow that I'm supposed to look at, but like I don't see any other way to solve the arrow. Well, the arrow doesn't, this digit does in some way affect this digit. So what bounds could I have? This, if this is a 3, then this is a 4, because this must be 4. So that must therefore be 2. If this is 3, that's 2. But 3 here forces this to be 6. How would that work? 3 here forces it to be 6, which has to be 1, 2, 3. So 3 goes there, this is a 1, 2 pair. This 2 means that's a 1, that's a 2. That's a 1, that's fine. If this is 4, then that's 1. 1 can't be there, 1 is one of those cells. But this could still be 2 or 3. Yeah, really confused with this one. If this is a 3, this is 4, 4, 2. This has to be 6, which has to be 1, 2, 3. And we know 3 is in the middle. That has to be 1, 2, 1, 4, 4. If these are both 3s, then that's just 1. If that's 1, then, well, if this is 4, that could still be 2 or 8. Wow, what is this? What? Brain is going through some weird process of I don't know what. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not sure. I mean, it probably involves this 13 cage somewhat. And I say if there's a 1 here, then it must have 2 things that add up to 12. If it was a 1 here, what can I say about this? I mean, the 2 things that add to 12 could be 4, 8 or 3, 9, and those are fine. It goes to be 5, 7 because we don't even have that in the thing yet. How many options do we have for that? We have a lot actually. Oh well. Heck. Oh, I'm not even typing on the right cage. Oh, whoa, what is this? That's a huge drop down. That's not gonna help us. No, it won't. Okay. I mean, I can say this. No, I'm not using that. That feels very cheaty if I just went through all the possibilities. No, that does not feel right. Could this be 3, 4? Yeah, 6, 4, 4, 3, 4. Oh, this can't be 3 and 4, can it? Right, there it is. There must be a 6 amount of those 2 cells. That is the thing that I was supposed to see. That is actually really easy to spot, but I just did not see it. 6 is in one of those two cells, so that's just not 6. Wow, what is that? 3, 3, that's 2. Ah, okay. So isn't 2 or 3, that's 1. This isn't 1, this is not 1. And in fact, this is 2, I'll just do 8 or 9. Okay. So those are both 6. I was like, 3 and 4 here looks very suspicious. And initially I thought that, well, that's not true because then that forces these to both be 7. But I was like, that's even simpler to just say that there's a 6 in one of these cells because the rest of the digits don't have 6 in them. So, well, that was really bad on my part. I'm still not going to edit this though. This is 7. This could still be 2 or 3 making this... Well, no, this is 7, so this has to be 2 to make this a 9. I'm still not editing the video. I am keeping in this section because of how stupid it was. So now that can be 2. And now I'm pretty sure, yes, 2 cannot be in this cage either, because these 2s see all of these cells. So what that means is that these cages, this cage must have the digits 3 to 9 in them. Yep, 3 to 9. Okay, now what? We know 2 must be in the 13 cage. Or to accompany. To accompanies something that's sum to 11, but it can't be 4, 7. It could be 5, 6 or 3, 8 still, because we don't have those yet. So, okay. This is no longer 4. I mean, this is 3, 6. So that's 4, 7. So we can place those digits in, which are going to be 1, 2, and 3. Which is cool. That's very nice. This 2, I mean, it still doesn't see that. I mean, we do have this sort of like X-wing thing going on here where this can't contain a 2 at all. So it can't be 1, 2, it can't be 2, 4. It's either 4, 8 or 3, 6 as per usual. Ah, but this 6 here and this 6 here sees both of those cells, so this can't be 3, 6 either, and therefore must be 4, 8, meaning that this is also 4, 8 because it can't be 3, 6. So this 4, 8 pair sees that. That's 9. That's 8. I can remove the color here now. Yep. Okay, more digits. 9 in this box must be there. These are 5, 7, 8, which, well, I guess that's not an 8. These are, well, this is 4 or 5 because it can't be 7 to complete the column. This, oh, the 4 here sees that, so that's 8. That's 4, that is 8. So now this, well, this can't have 1 in it because 1 sees those cells, and, well, this could be 1, 2, oh, no, yes, this can't be 1, 2 because this is not 1 or 2. It could be 3, 6 if this is 3 and that's 6. It can't have 4 on it and it can't have an 8 on it. Right, so it has 3, 6 because it can't be 1, 2. This can't be 1, 2. This can't be 2, 4. It can't be 4, 8. Could it be? Yeah, no, it can't be 2, 4 because no 4s on here, no 8s on here. So it's 3, 6. It is just 3, 6, meaning that's 3, that's 6, that's 3. Right. Okay. Helpful. So the remaining digits here, we know they do not contain 1 or 2, so the remaining digits in this cage are 5, 7, and 9. This 6 sees that, so I can remove that if I wanted to. That must have a 4 somewhere, but 4 sees that cell, so 4 goes here. This is also 5, 7, or 9. This 4 sees that, so that's 5, which finishes this up, that's 7. That's 4, that's 7. This is no longer 7, and these are 2, 4, and 6 to complete the box. These 2 6s sees those cells. So that's 6, 2 sees that, so that's 4, that's 2. Alright. Finally getting somewhere. It might be time to use these now. Maybe. No, not really yet. Not yet. Because we still have a lot of options. We still have a lot of clues to get through actually. So that's very good. 9 is in one of those cells. 8 can't be there and 9 can't be there. So this is 7 at most. It's 7, 4 to 7. It can't be 4. Could be 5. This is like a 4-1. Could be 6, could be 7. Those are very easy to fulfill. So what are these, I guess? 3, 5, 6, 7. This 1, 2, 3 pair triple here removes 3 from that cell. Wait, they're not put in 5. 5. This, yeah, this could be anything. Actually, no, this can't be 6 because 6 in one of those cells already. This is 2, 3, 5, 7. Yeah, 2, 3, 5, 7. This is 5, 6, or 7. But can I say which is which? If it's a... I mean, if it's a 5, you can't have this be a 2, 3 pair, so this is definitely just a 4. If it's a 6, you could either have 1, 5 or 2, 4. If it's a 7, you could have 1, 6, 2, 5 or 3, 4. So this is 4, 5 or 6. Which does not help, unfortunately. I did not expect it to help anyway, so... Very cool. This is 4, 6. Sorry, this 8 sees that. Which means that in this row we're missing 2, 7, and 9. And this can't be 9. And this can't be 2. In fact, so 2 in this row must just be there. So these add up to 15 without using a 9 must therefore be 7, 8. Therefore this must be 9 because it can't be 7. So that's 7. Cool. This can't be 7. Sorry, this can't be 7. Which does not help much once again. This can't be 2 now. And therefore 2 in this box can only be there. I think we're done with all the 2s so far. No, we still got this little X-wing here to spot. This can't be 8. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, right? 9 over there sees that. So 9 must be there. This is just 4, 5, 6, or 7. But, I mean, we can't really do anything about that. 7 in this box has to be one of those cells because, well, I guess you can finish this column and say 7 can't be here, so 7 was one of those cells. This 7 sees that, so 7 goes there. These cells are 1 and 5, which... Can I disambiguate that? I guess not. Wow, okay. So these cells are 1, 5, and 4. And 1 sees that, 4 sees that. In fact, yeah, this is a 1, 5 pair, so 4 goes there. This does not have anything to do with it. No, this 4 sees that cell though. So 4 in this box can only be here. Which means this can't be 6 now, because it's either 4 plus 1 is 5 or 4 plus 3 is 7. Do we have all the 4s? These 2 4s see those cells, making this a 4. I think we do have all the 4s. Okay, cool. Very cool. These are from 1, 3, 5, and 6. But in fact, where does 1 go in this column? It can't go in those cells because of these 1s. These can't be 1, so 1 goes there, which means this is just 5. That's 6, that's 7, that is 3. This 5 means that's 1, that's 5, that's 1 there. This is no longer 5. These cells are 6 and 8. This 6 disambiguates that. This is 3 and 5. This 3 disambiguates that. This is no longer 5 and is 7, 9. In fact, this is a 7, 9 pair. These cells are 5, 6, and 8. Yeah, sure. 6, 8. And now this... Oh, this must contain a 2. Along with 2 cells down to 11, but 2, 9, 4, 7, and 5, 6 are not usable. So this must be 3, 8, 2. 2, 3, and 8. So those are not 8, meaning that 8 must be there. That's 5. This 8 and this 3 sees that cell, so that's 2. So this is not 2, meaning 2 goes there. 3, 8, 7, 9, 7, 9. Sorry, I got a 3 in this column has to be here because it can't be anywhere else. So that's 8, which sees that. So 8 in this triple must be there. This is still a 3, 5, 7 for sure, but 7 can't be in those cells, so 7 goes there. So that is, well, that's just 3. We would have already known that by this 6. This must be, well, the 3 sees that cell, so 3 goes there. This is therefore a 5. 5 sees that cell, so that's 6, that's 5, this is no longer 5, meaning that in this box 5 goes there. 7 sees that, so that's 9, that's 7, that's 9, that is 7. This 9 sees that, so that's 8, that's 9. This 8 sees that, so that's 7, that's 8. I guess this 6 sees that, so that's 9, that is 6 to solve the puzzle. Well, this was pretty challenging. I mean, I should have really just known that this had a 6 in it, and therefore this can't be 6. That would have made things way easier. So yeah. With that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will be seeing you now. Bye bye. Hello, this is Flowerbed by James Sinclair. It is part of his Artisanal Sudoku series, particularly the 106th volume. And this is the hardest puzzle that is actually free. So they rate it a 7 out of 10 in terms of difficulty. So we might have to spend a little bit of time on this one. Now let's look at the rules of this puzzle. So normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits must be in every row, every column, and every 3x3 rocks. Along green lines, digits must differ from their neighbors by at least 5. So if this was a 2, for example, then all these digits must be at least 5 away. So it could be 7, 8, and 9, but you could not have something like 1 because these two digits do not differ by at least 5. Digits in cells separated by a V sum to 5, so these two digits sum to 5, and that is it. I would assume no negative constraints, so these two digits can sum to 5, and that is fine. Oh wait, we're not done, sorry. Purple lines contain non-repeating set of consecutive digits. So here we have some purple lines that form like the flower petals in this flower bed, and these must contain consecutive digits in order, so you must have 3 consecutive digits here. So it could be something like 4, 5, 6, and they don't have to be in any particular order at all. So as long as you contain 3 consecutive digits on this line. Right, digits in cells with a shaded square, these ones, must be even, and digits with a shaded circle must be odd. So these squares are even digits and these squares are odd digits. And those are the rules. With that, let us start solving. So this like soil here, I would say, we already know what all the even digits are and what all the odd digits are, so I will color them in. Even is blue, odd is orange, and we can sort of do the same here as well. And oh, and I see, okay, these are consecutive digits, these are 2 consecutive digits, and therefore they differ by 1, meaning that if these are both odd, then the other digit must always be even, so we can color that in as well. Okay, this one might be interesting. Yeah, because it has at least 3 distinct neighbors. It has a 4th one here, but this could repeat if it wanted to. But if it had 3 distinct neighbors, then the only possibilities are 1, 2, 8, and 9, right? Or should I make it a little bit more? Yeah, let's talk about how these green lines work. So the first trick of these green lines are that no green line can have a 5 on it. No German whisper can have a 5 on it. And the reason why is if you had a 5 on a line, the next digit beside it would have to be a 0 or a 10, which are not possible. And therefore, nowhere on the green line can you ever have a 5. We can therefore say that in this column, 5 is in one of those cells. And we can actually place a digit, because in this column, none of these are 5. This is even, so it can't be a 5. And therefore, and also this can't be 5, because these two must sum to 5. And because if this can't be 5, if this was 5, this would be 0, which is not possible. So 5 can't be in those cells, and 5 must be in that cell. Meaning that if these two are consecutive, this must be 4 or 6. Okay, well, we're getting somewhere. mean, I could put 5 in this here also. Ah, okay. We can place 5 in one of those cells. And in this box, none of those can be 5, so 5 is in one of those cells, which forms sort of an X-wing-like thing here, where I say, if we look at these 2 rows over here, they must contain only 2 5s. Well, one of them is here, and one of them is here. So nowhere else in those 2 rows can there ever be a 5. And what that means is that 5 must therefore be in these 3 cells. It can't be on a green line, and so it's in one of those cells. Okay. So 5s do seem fairly interesting. But I think that's where the trail ends, because I don't think we can do anything else anymore. Yeah, alright. So we might have to touch on these a little bit more. And the idea with the green lines is that there are 2 sets of numbers on either side of 5 on a number line, I guess. You could have 1, 2, 3, 4, which are the lower numbers, and 6, 7, 8, 9, which are the higher numbers. And so these form 2 different polarities of numbers, which means that, well, that doesn't say anything right now, but if you were to choose 2 adjacent digits along a green line, you must choose one from each polarity. And the reason why is because you can't choose 2 digits from the same polarity. They will never differ by at least 5, and so you would have to be 2 from different polarities. Now what that means is that we can actually color this with different colors. Let's use pink and let's use red and green. Red for higher digits. Well, no, we don't know which digits are high and which digits are low yet. So let's use red for one polarity and yellow for the other polarity. And we can do this because we know our polarities must alternate between lines. And so okay, well, I'm not exactly sure how that helps. But we have 4... Oh, okay. So these 4 are all of the same polarity. And what that means is that, these 5 cells must have a 5 in it, plus 4 more of the opposite polarity. And we might be able to do something fairly similar here. No, because these 2 are the same polarity and these 2 are the same polarity. I could try coloring that in. So these 4 are in the same polarity now, and therefore these cells must contain 5 plus 4 of the opposite polarity. I can't say for sure that these are both yellow polarity though, because it could be opposite. It could be, these having 6 in them. Oh, sorry, these having the red polarity as well. That's also possible. I'm just coloring them in, see if I can get a better idea. So I think we're working with 2 different coloring systems now. One is for odd and even, one is for highs and lows. I don't see where else I can go though. Except maybe like this V over here. Or maybe these 2 different sets. I'd say if 5 was there, this would have to be 4, 5, 6. And is that true? No, it's not. It could be 5, 6, 7, and then like 1, 2, 3. That's obviously fine. I don't know why I was thinking that was not possible. But alright. This is... Wait, no, this is not. No, this is not yellow. Why did I color that yellow? That is red. Okay. Should I mark these cells in? This is also red. I don't know why I marked this as yellow. That's also a red polarity. And these are yellow polarities. But this has 3 distinct neighbors. 3 distinct neighbors of opposite polarity. And therefore means it could only be 1, 2, 8, or 9. Ah, wait, these are all the same polarity. So it can't be red polarity, because then you'd have 5 reds, and we can only have 4 of each color. So this must be of the, I guess, yellow polarity, which does allow us to color the rest in, sort of, which then tells us that, well, I guess we already know in terms of this, at least we can say that all these digits are of the same polarity. I think I'm going to remove all the blue, sorry, the wrong blue. Remove all the orange. So now we just have the polarity colors. What can we say about them? Well, this must have 1 5 and 1 yellow polarity, because there are already 4 red polarities in here. And in fact, because there are 3 reds and 3 yellows here, this must be 1 red and 1 yellow as well. And that's very good, because this cell over here is always low. If you have a high polarity, it must be greater than 5, which isn't possible, because you can't have something greater than 5 and another digit add up to 5. So this is a low polarity, meaning that this must be high, and therefore must be 6. Oh, okay, very good. Well, I don't actually know what color 6 is. I don't know if 6 is red polarity or yellow polarity, but we know this is opposite to 6 in terms of polarity. So I will still leave the colors in. We also know this is a low polarity digit. Okay, well, removing 6 from the green line is not very useful. If we forced... See, yes, there is 1 low and 1 high over here. Although I can't really say much. I can say that none of these digits can contain a 4. Because 4 and 6 are actually what we call monogamous, in that they can only be beside one type of digit. For the 4 it will be 9, 4 can only be beside 9, and the 6 can only be beside 1. Therefore, if 4 or 6 were anywhere on these lines with multiple distinct neighbours, they cannot have 2 different neighbours, and therefore none of these can be a 4. This could be a 4 though, and so could this, because that's even, right? Yeah. So both of these could actually be 4, and so could that if this was a 1. And then a 4 would have 2 digits in consecutive to it, which would have to be 2 and 3, because it can't be 5. But then that doesn't really tell us much. I mean, 6 and 5 actually see all these digits, but by box and by column. What does that mean for them? Well, they could still be higher than 6. It could be a 7, 8, 9 triple. Right? Because that is 3 consecutive digits. They could also be lower than 5, because 1, 2, 3, and 4 are very easy to put into these lines. So, not entirely sure. Okay. This one also has 3. Actually, oh, these are the ones that have 3 distinct neighbors. Can we say anything about, like, this could be in those cells? And then this, well, it has 3, but you know, something like this one could have those to be the same digit. That's fine. Actually, removing 6 might be... Does it do anything? I mean, 6 can only be beside 1, right? So in fact, 1 could still be here. If it were... Well, it could be beside 7, 8, 9, but it could even be beside 6, like this. So removing 6 was not very useful, I think we can still say that. Oh, actually, because these cells do not contain a 5, they must all be of the same polarity. And the reason why is to get from one polarity to the other, you would have to, well, using consecutive digits, to get from one polarity to the other, you will need to jump across 5. Basically, if you want to go from 6 to a 4, you need to touch 5. And so if you don't touch 5 at all, that means you can't jump over 5. In terms of, if you look at the number line, you can't jump over 5 to reach a low polarity, meaning you are forced to be in one polarity or the other. And therefore, these 3 cells cannot have a 5 in them, and therefore must be of the same polarity. They must all be red. Which now means that all red cells in this box are filled. Therefore, all these cells are, 5 or higher. And here, we must have high digits. Oh, not high, sorry, yellow, because they can't be 5. So those are of the yellow polarity, which might say something about this column, because we are really close to a full yellow. This cell being yellow would be immensely helpful, maybe. Oh, so can I say that these are all same polarity as well? I think I can. Yes, again, for the same reason, none of these can be 5, and therefore you cannot jump over to cross polarity, so they are all red. Meaning that in this row, we have all the reds, and we have 5, so the remaining digits must be high polarity. Now this can't be 5, and therefore must be in the same polarity, so that's also yellow. Did I say high? I meant yellow. Okay, so we are getting our coloring on, which is quite interesting. Now this can't be high, can it? It cannot be high. Because if it was high, and it can't have a 5 on it, then all of these must be high as well, which puts 5... I keep saying high, I meant yellow. It puts 5 yellow digits. Puts 5 yellow polarities on the line, on the column, on the row, which is not possible. So this has to be low polarity, which does force us to be low polarity as well, because it can't be 5. And so in these 3 cells, we have 1 high, 1 low, and 1 5. 1 red, 1 yellow. But we don't know which yet. Oh, but we do know that if this is red now, that helps because this must now alternate in polarity, which is very useful because it gives us polarity of all 3 flowers. Now I could change colors to make them nicer to look at. I will have... no, I don't think so. I think once we figure out high and low, I'll make orange the high digit. I don't want to use pink and green because the lines are already those colors, so I would like to use different colors as much as possible. Here we have 4 yellow polarities, so this must be 1 5 and 1 red. I mean, this is really close to all yellow polarities as well. Okay, well, I think we're making a lot of progress so far. I think. Okay, I think I might be... Well, I could be missing a specific row or column containing every possible polarity already. The interaction between these pairs does seem somewhat interesting, but I'm not sure how I would explain that. Because there's 1 5 here and there's 1 5 here. Right? does that say? No, it doesn't say much. I'm just saying because this is yellow and this is red. Oh well, because it's different. Then your, I mean, it works the same with 5s. Okay, there was nothing there that wasn't already obvious from the start. If one of these are 5 though, which I should probably mark down, then we know 5s are in those cells. 5 is an odd, so 5 is in one of those cells, which could have helped, but we can't rule out 5 from here. If we could, that would be awesome. We can rule out 5 from even cells though, meaning there are one of 2 polarities, but not sure how that's useful. We do in fact have 2 low odds and 2 low evens. 2 low odds and 2 high, 2 low evens and 2 high evens, which is correct because 2 and 4 are low and 6 and 8 are high. But this must be, no, sorry. This is not. I was gonna say this must be 2 or 4. It goes to be 8 because this doesn't have to be a low. It could be high. We haven't figured out the polarities properly yet. And then here we have a 5 somewhere. We can't tell where it is because it could be anywhere. Yeah. I really do want to figure out how and where exactly those are. And I want to continue coloring. We know this is low, but I can't tell, what it is. Right, here we have 3 reds right now. 3 reds, because this is 1 red, 1 yellow. So outside we would have 1 red and 3 yellows. Could this be red? If this is red, then all these are yellow. But that doesn't break, does it? Where can there not be 2 yellows, maybe? That's what I should ask. Because there's already 2 here. And there's, yes, okay, there's 2 here. And the idea is, can these both be can these both be non-yellow? No, because if they were not yellow, then this is 5, this is red, and then this couldn't be 5 or red, which fails, because this must be 1 red and 1 5. So these can't both be non-yellow and therefore must have 1 yellow in it. Which is to say that here we can have a maximum of 1 yellow. But in here we need 3 yellows, and therefore, because there can only be 1 here, there must be 2 yellows here, and therefore this must be 1 yellow and 1 red. Okay, that's really hard to tell, but yes, we have more colors, which is good. Okay. And in fact, I can just tell you that in these cells we have 1 yellow, 1 red, and 1 white. Yes, 1 yellow, 1 red, 1 white. And white is 5. 1 yellow, 1 red, 1 white. Okay. Now I probably should not be coloring these in, that will make it very confusing. But the color, this new color is good. Again, here there is 1, yes. Here we have 1 yellow, because we know there's 1 yellow, 1 red, 1 white. Here we have 1 yellow, and with those 2 we have 3 yellows. Therefore, these cells can have only 1 yellow, and in fact, with that 1 yellow, we will finish all the yellows in this box. Meaning that these cells cannot be yellow, they cannot be 5, and therefore must be red. Now how does that help us? The reds here, there's 1 red here, and therefore 1 red here, but we already knew that. We already knew that. The colors don't seem to be doing much anymore, but I feel like I need to finish the colors first before I actually get to the numbers. The numbers might be a bit more challenging, and it probably has to do with this 5 somehow, because these are both of equal polarity. So if I say this is red, then this must be red, and then red is just low, and same for 5. But we don't know yet, because this could be both, this could be either. So how does this help us? That's 3 reds. Where must there be at least 1 red? Here. Wait, no, this could be 5 and yellow. Okay, never mind. This could be 5. See, that is an issue. The 5s are just this final last digit that doesn't fall into any color perfectly. It doesn't fall into any color at all. And so, right, if I would say if these are both yellow, then you would fail. But this could be one white and one yellow, therefore doesn't have to have a red in it. This is one yellow, one red, right? One yellow, one red. So this is yellow or red. But do these... They could be the same... They could be both yellow, I think. Yeah, they could be both yellow if, you know... This was one yellow, one red, and this is 5. And then this could just be 5, which then messes everything up. But if this was 5, then this has to be yellow, right? If this is 5, this is yellow. Because one of these would have to be red, which finishes the column of reds. If this was 5. But 5 is in one of these two spots in this column. Can't be here or there. Okay. I mean, what about here then? This must be 5 plus some color. Could it be 5 plus yellow? That would finish the row. It could even be one yellow, one red. Yeah, I just don't think we know. Well, okay, here we have 3. Here we have 3 reds. Does this have to have one red in it? No, it could be all yellows. Oh no. It could also have a 5 in it, right? Because this is not this is not a pointing. This doesn't point. This could be 3 yellows, it could even be a 5 and 2 yellows, and that would be fine, so... No. And then we can do the same here. Can this be... Must this have a yellow in it? No, because it could have... It could have... Oh, there's 2 reds here, which makes it a bit more constrained in the fact that... It is only possible if you had 2 reds and a 5. Which would make... Yeah. That would make this 2 reds and a 5 if you know, there was no yellow in here. But I think otherwise that would work. I could probably give you something like these might be useful in some case because they're both of some polarity, right? Therefore, if they were on the lower polarity, they could be only 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4. Therefore, the last digit here would have to be 1 or 4. If they were on the high polarity, they could only be 6, 7, 8 or 7, 8, 9, meaning this must be 6 or 9. If it was the higher polarity, if red was higher, yes, it would have to be 6 or 9. But the problem is that while 4 and 6 do only have 1 and 9 as options here, 9 and 1 have a lot more options to consider. And unless we can remove 1 and 9 from here, we can't do anything. Oh, whoa, I changed the colors, not the numbers. Hold on. Okay, I'm just randomly coloring in cells that are either of which. The issue is I can't do that because if I do that, I'll be confused into thinking that these are a pair, which they aren't, because they could be the same polarity if I wanted them to. Now, okay, let's say this is high polarity. What can it be? Because it can't have 6 on it, it must be 7, 8, 9 if it's high polarity. Does that help? What does that break? This could still be a 7, 8, 9. It could still be a 6, 7, 8. Same here, this could be a 7, 8, 9 or 6, 7, 8. If high polarity. Which shouldn't break. Whereas if it was low, we would still have 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4 and we wouldn't know. We have a lot of threes, but not a lot of so what can I say? If there are only 2 here, we need 2 more reds, right? But the 2 reds can't be here and here. So one of these must be red. Doesn't do anything. This could be red, yellow, and this could be red, white. Actually, does this have to have a red in it? No, it could be white, yellow, right? White, yellow, and this is, red, yellow. Wait, white, yellow, and this could be 2 reds. Could it be 2 reds? If it was 2 reds, then these would have to be white, yellow, this would have to be red. Which is fine. But this now means it has to be a white, a yellow, a red. Oh, it is raining really much in my area. Okay. I'm gonna go turn on my lights. Let me have a think about this. Alright, we have some good illumination in my room now. Now, what? What? Can these? Yeah, this can be white, red, right? I was like, must these have a yellow in it? It could be that these are both yellow. Does that break? Well, it might tell me something about this cell. If okay, that we have 2 options here. Right, our 2 options are that either yellow is here, therefore no yellow here, and I'll put a black over there. Or, if there were yellows here, these now cannot have a yellow in it because of these 5, and therefore yellow in this box must be there, which then removes yellow from this cell. Ah, okay. And that means that because this now can't be 5, it must be red. That's it. That tells us that this now can't be red and must be yellow. This now, I think this must be red. Because, yes, there are only 2 even yellow digits. So this must be red. Ah, nice. What a trick though. That is such a trick. That is such a trick. Yeah, so you either have a yellow in one of those cells or you have a yellow there. That's it. That's all you can have. So now these cells are 1 yellow. These cells are now 1 yellow, 1 white, which would finish this row. And therefore this cell can't be white or yellow and must be red. Okay. So now these are 1 yellow, 1 white. Can we say anything about the rest of these cells? Perhaps. Perhaps we can. Okay. It might be something about like 5s. No, actually I don't think so. Because that wouldn't break the puzzle. It might have to do with these 2 columns maybe? Because if one of these were red, then now these can be red. Oh, okay. So let's think about this. If where's the last red in this box? If one of these were reds, what would that mean? that would mean that none of these are reds, right? Because, you know, you already have 4 reds. So that's one possible way to do it. However, the other way to put the last red in the box would be there. And now what would that mean about here? That would be 1 red, 1 white, 1 yellow. Okay. Which means that there could in fact be a red here with 2 more yellows. Okay, so nothing there, nothing there. Maybe this is somewhat more, you know, revealing. Perhaps. I still want to say, what if this is yellow, then this must be 2 reds and a purple, right? 2 reds and a white, sorry. And that would make this only yellow and white. Okay. But if you know, this had a yellow in it, then this would require 1 red, 1 white. Sorry, one red and 2 yellows, which wouldn't say anything about that. Okay, that doesn't do anything either. That does not do anything. I think I'm just like too focused on me being able to make this deduction that I suddenly focus on making that deduction at all times. But we must now have a yellow and this can't be white, so it must be yellow, because white's already one of those cells, so that must be yellow, which means that there are 3 yellows here, the 4th yellow is there, so that's red, which means 3 reds. So there is 1 red here, maybe that is, well, that we also know, that could be white. So we'll mark that in, that is 1 yellow and 1, well, it is a yellow or white. This must be 2 yellows and 1 red, I think. But I can't color those in, I can't make it like a 2/3 thing. I can only color 2 colors in. If I had a 3rd color, the only way to make it like cut into 3 is if I use 3 colors. But then like this 3rd color would be very redundant and useless. So not useful. But I think this is quite useful. Or that we're basically done with this color clarity. Alright, what do we have now? Not sure actually. What do we have now? I mean, these colors are new, but we already have the rest of the rows, so we can't do anything with them. Maybe I should change all of these whites to purples instead. So it's like a lot easier to see. Or maybe like blue. Blue is 5, or maybe orange is 5. Yeah, blue is fine, and then all the 5s are going to be blue in color. Okay, so this gives us 3 colors to work with. Sure, that works. That probably works. I mean, these are the same polarity, but I still cannot figure out what the polarity is. Okay, here we have 3 reds so far. Where must the 4th red be? I mean, 5 could be there, right? Maybe it's like about these cells here that affect the top cell. So if like this was red, then this is 1 yellow, 1, you know. Oh, if this is red, then this is also red. Because if this is red, if this is red, then the white must be there. This now can't be 3 red or 3 yellow, and therefore must contain a yellow as well. It can't be 3 red, because you would have 5. And then these would have 1 red as well, which would put 4 reds in this column, making this a red. So if this is red, then this is red. I think you can somewhat do the same with the white, with yellow. Because if this is yellow, yeah, now white must be here because white can't be up there. And therefore if white was here, this must be a combination of yellow and red. Oh, but it's not the same, right? Because you could have either yellow or red here, and then if you had red, then you would have like, 3 reds or something. And then this would have to be, anything at all. So no, I don't think we can do that. But I can say that these if this was red, this is red. Should I color this in as one red, one of each? That's so funny to look at though. It does absolutely nothing to help with the puzzle. It's just so funny to look at. Okay. We should stop messing around here. We should in fact stop messing around. Okay, that's 2 yellow, 1 red, 1 white. 2 yellows, huh? I don't know. There are 3 reds here. There's 1 red here, 1 red, 1 yellow. Wait a minute. No, because this we don't know. Because if this had the blue in it, it's 1 red, 1 yellow, 1 blue, I think. But if this did not have blue in it, and this is blue, this is 1 red and 2 yellows. So no, we don't know. Okay. Well, unfortunately. It probably has something to do with this Jones per line that I'm not noticing. How it, without a 6 on it, it has to be something. If it wasn't 8 cells long, right? Can we prove that? Because if it's 8 cells long, we know there's a specific set of digits that go on it in a certain order. But if it's less than 8 cells long, can we ever prove it must be a subset of those digits? No, because any digit could be removed from it and I think it would still work. So it doesn't have to be any set or any subset. It could be looped around though, I guess. Not really looped around, but you know what I mean. You probably don't, because I'm not saying things coherently anymore. I'm just really trying to find a way to hack my way into this puzzle. But I don't see what else there is. Other than, I guess, checking one by one. I mean, the fact that those 3 are reds, the fact that those 3 are reds, the fact that those 3 are reds, those rows and columns feel very suspicious. And I'm not sure if there's any sort of interaction with them. Like, this being red actually completes both row and column here. What does that mean? It's like saying that these can't be both red. How would that even help? Okay, well, let's think about this. Let's do this slowly. If this was white and red, or this was blue and red, I guess, then this must be just 3 yellows, which is fine because this could be a yellow, and that would work, right? And then you'd have, blue and red here. That's fine. But if it was like, if this was not, if this had, well, if that happened, then this would look something like that, right? Because it would have to be no reds in it, and it would have to have some blue in it. And this would then have to be blue. But then what does that mean for us? Then this could be either again. Yeah, no, I don't think I can see it. I think it might be time to start working with the numbers themselves, because they're really, I don't think there is anything here anymore. I'm staring at this for so long, I don't think there is anything here. I mean, what could it be, right? Like maybe the odds and evens are meant to distinguish between within colors themselves as well. So I can say that, you know, because this digit can't be there, it can't be there either because these are two different parities. Then I can say like this digit has to be one of those cells or something like that. Maybe that's what it's about then. But I don't think so, because that makes it so much more complicated than what's probably intended. I can also say that this digit can't be in those cells. It can't be there. So this digit appears in one of those cells. It could be here because this is opposite parity to that. So this could be a grey square as well. That's fine. So this digit appears in one of those cells. This digit is not here or there, but this digit can appear in one of those cells, which is a lot more options than I think would be desirable. Okay, these digits are not those digits. I mean, obviously, clearly not those digits. This one still intrigues me though. This one really still intrigues me. Does that have to be? It's still 1, 2, 8, or 9, right? But could we narrow that down maybe? I don't think so. Because this digit could still be there for all I know. Could be those 3 digits that are the same. Could be like those 3 digits. Let's see. These come. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Hold on. This can't be both yellow and both red. It could be red, yellow, it could be white or something else. And I guess we sort of know that. Like how I'm saying that, you know, these can be both red. But how does that even help us? None of these can contain a 5, but all of these can contain 5 because this is there's not even like a wing anymore. I don't know what kind of wing this is, but this does not help in the slightest. That does seem sort of suspicious though. They were working with all these cells in particular. It's not very useful. Sorry, what must the 5 be with? 5 is either with 4 and 3. Yeah, because we've proven that these two are the same polarity, right? I didn't just assume that because of this. Yeah, so These are either 5, 4, 3 or 5, 6, 7. If the 5 was there. Otherwise, you know, it could still be anything. It could really still be anything. So I don't know. Are there any extra rules that I did not read? No, there is no other rule I did not read. Oh no. Oh no. I still want to say because these are the same polarity, that means something. These two being the same polarity means something. Do I have to just guess? If I said these are both yellow, what happens? If these are both yellow, that's red. These now have to be white and 2 yellows. That's red as well. Does it have to be white and 2 yellows? Does that help? No, I don't think so. That might be something, but I don't think it helps. And then what if we said that this were 2 reds? Then that's yellow. That's yellow. But this is probably even worse because, well, maybe not. The colors do seem to be, all these are now low digits because of the 5. Because whatever these are low digits, right? Can we prove that yellow or red cannot have a low digit in them? How would we do that? How would we do that? This cell? This cell? This cell has to differ by 2 different values. So, I don't know. I actually don't know. Wow. This is really something. This can't be 3, right? It can't be 3 because you're gonna be beside 8 and 9. So this is again either 1, 2, 8 or 9. And we can say the same for this, 1, 2, 8 or 9. But what does that mean? That this cell can't be 1, 2, 8. These 2 cells cannot be the same, but they could also be, you know, this could also be 1, 8, 2 or 9. 1, 2, 8 or 9? Yeah. What are the monogamous digits here? We have 4 and 6 are monogamous, right? So 4 and 6 cannot appear there. 6 could be here and here though. Oh, but those are both of the same polarity. So and these are either 5 and something. Yeah. So sorry. So what does that mean? It's either 6 is one of these cells. Yeah, because if 6 was high polarity, if 6 was red polarity, it couldn't be in those cells, it would have to be that cell. If 4 was in red polarity, or if red polarity was low, then, you know, 4 cannot be in those cells. So either 6 is one of these cells, or 4 is one of these cells. And then this would be 5 plus the other... then this is 5 plus the other one, right? Because if this was high, then you need 6 to be one of those cells. And therefore 4 cannot be in any of those cells, and therefore 4 will be joining 5 here. Otherwise, if yellow had 6 in it, it would have to be here. So this is from 4, 5, and 6. Therefore what? Now if this is a 5, this goes to be 4, 3 or 6, 7. But if this was a 4, there's already a 5 in the column, which means that the 4 would have to be with 2 and 3, right? Which which is fine, 4 would have to be with 2 and 3, which is fine, plus the 1 here. Otherwise, if this is 5, then we don't really know. But at least I can put some digits in here. So that might be helpful. So this either contains 6 on one side, which have to contain 1 on beside it. Or it will contain 4 on one side, which have to contain 9 beside it. Right. If say this is a this is still a lot of possibilities. This could be like, this is quite long. This is almost 8 cells long, which means that we could probably maybe figure this out. Because I want to place some digits in here first to just try figuring out how that would work. So if you had 6 on one side, you have to be followed by 1. Then this would have to be higher. This would have to be a 7. Because 4 is no longer on the line. This would have to be... Well, this would have to be 2 and 3. 3 would have to be beside 8 and 9. While 2 would have to be beside... Well, 2 would have to be beside 7. Yeah. So 7 could still be here. 7 could still be here with 2, and then 3 could be beside 8 and 9. Or it could still be 7 here beside a 2, and then a 3 beside 8 and 9. So even, yeah, for 7 cells long, digits can in fact be in different orders. Whereas for 8 cells, it doesn't have to be in different orders, but yeah. Okay. So once again, these two cells are of the same polarity. The only issue is that you could have both 4 and 6 outside. So you know, you could have like a 6 in one of these cells and a 4 in one of those cells. And this could be like 6 with 7 here. And then these could be like 1 and 2. That's okay. Maybe it might be 2 and 3. That's okay. So no, that same logic does not apply to here. That logic does apply to here though, because it's really long. It's a really long stem. But no, it doesn't work. Again, 4 would need to be with 3 and 2. 5 would need to be with... Can I put 6 here? Can I put 6 here and say, well, if this 6 is 6, then this can't be 4, it must be 5. Then these must be on the high end. That's it. This can't be 6. Oh my god, it can't be 6. If this is 6, that is to say that yellow is on the high end. And in fact, yeah, it's the same thing. It can't be 4 either. Because if it's 4, that is to say that yellow is the low end. And therefore this 5 must be touching 2 consecutive low ends, which will always contain a 4. Which then breaks the box, which breaks the box. And it can't be 6 either, because then the same argument with the high end applies. So this can't be 4 or 6, which gives us a 5. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Which means that that's now a 4, and so all of these are low. So now this can't be high. Oh my goodness. There we go. So 5 now goes there. And this is no longer 5. Oh, that is just pure adrenaline running through my veins right now. So now we know that yellows are higher digits. Or yellows are lower digits, meaning that these can't have red in them because red is high. So these must have yellow in them. This is red, which is good because now we have this happening. Whoa, okay, 4 must now be with 3 and 2 then, which then gives us a 1 here. This is now 3, 2 and 1. And therefore 6 has to be on the ends here. But 6 can't be here because that is odd. So 6 must be there, which must be next to 1. Whoa, okay, it's all unfolding now. Yeah, okay, we don't have the options yet because it could still be anything we want. Okay, yeah, digits are folding up. Okay, now these digits must be above 6 because you can't go from 6 downwards, you can't have 5 in it. So it must be 6, 7, 8. Therefore 9 must be here to finish off the high numbers here. Here must also have 9, which is fine because 9 and 1 differ by 5. So these are 7 and 8. This can't be 6 and therefore must be 9. And so here we have 7 and 8. This can't be 7 though, because if it was 7, you couldn't have 3 different digits that differ from it by, by at least 5. Because 1 and 2 work but 3 doesn't. So this must be 8, that must be 7. 8 must differ by at least 5, which can only be done so with 1, 2, and 3. Therefore here we must have 4 and 5. And here we have 6, 7, 8, and 9, but we don't actually know. This is even though, so that's 6 or 8. This is now 6 or 7. And I think 7 can only have 1 and 2 beside it, because it can't have 3 beside it. So 3 goes there, which works. Okay, and so this must now be 4, which must be with 1. And so those make for a 2-3 pair. So that cell must be a 1. Okay. So this must be a 9 to complete the box. These are 6, 7, and 8, which I don't think I have to mark in yet. We know this is odd, this must be even, and so it must be 2 or 4. This is also low, so it's 1 or 3, but it can't be a 1, so it must be a 3, which doesn't do anything there, because this could still be 2 or 4. These must now be a 1-2 pair, therefore that is a 3, therefore that is a 2. Okay, so this is either 6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, 9. Which doesn't tell us much. No, it doesn't. Oh, this is not 1, 2, this is a 2 because it must be even by the square. So that's 1, that's 2. 2 in this box. These 2 see those cells and those are highs. So this is 2, that's 1, that's 2. That means that's 4. So this is a 2-3 pair, this 2 sees that cell, so that's 3, that's 2. This must not be 1 to complete the column. This must be a low even, and it can only be 4. So that's 4, that's 5, that's 4. This must be 3 to finish off the column. And so is a low digit. So we have that now. This is also low, which gives us all the lows. So that means that 5 is in one of those cells, along with one of the high digits, which I probably will mark because I can. And then this will have to be 6 or 8. Yeah, okay, 9 can't be here. If 9 was here, it would have to be with 8 and 7, which is fine. 9 can also be there, that's very easy. 9, yeah, so 9 could be in one of those cells, which is, it's something. So this is either 6 or 8 because it's a high. This is either 7 or 9 because it's also a high. It could still be 7 or 9 though. But this 3 must be beside 8 and 9 because it can't be beside 7. So this must now be 7. This does actually form a 6-8 pair anyway, so we could remove 8 like that. So now 7 can't be there because it's 4 away from 3 only, so 7 must be there in this row. This must therefore either be 8 or 9 because it can, yeah, in fact 3 can only be beside 8 or 9 anyway. So that's 6. This 7 means that it must be, yes, it can't be 7, 8, 9 because 9 can't be in those cells. So it must be 6, 7, 8, meaning this cell is a 9. Therefore 9 is here in this column. This is a 6 or an 8 to finish the column. This, we don't know, could be 6, 7, or 8. Same for that cell and that cell. But okay, very happy with what I've done here. Probably do something with the 1s. Yep, in this box, 1 can only go there. So that is a low digit. This one she sees that, so that's 2. That's 1. This 2 sees that, so that's 3. That's 2. Can probably do a lot more Sudoku at this point. Yep, 3's here. Means that in this box 3 must go there, making that a low digit, sorry. And so 3 in this box must now be here. which is a low. So that, well, that could be either, you know, yeah, it could be either, and therefore this is a 5-9 pair. Oh, this 9 sees that, so that must be 5. Okay, so that is blue, those are red, this is 5, that's 9. So these are 6, 7, 8 still. Wow, okay, sure. This could actually be 6, 7, or 8 just because of how versatile 1 is as a digit. So this forms a 4-5 pair, which we haven't disambiguated yet. But that is in fact a 4-5 pair, which I will diligently color. These are a... oh, this is 4, 5, 6, or 7. And we don't know which. This one can't be an 8, 6, sorry. So it's 4, 5, or 7, which we also don't know. Okay, this is either 2 or 4. It could be 4 if this was 9. But okay, I can say this is either 2 or 4. Actually no, I can say it. This 3 makes that a 2. So that's 2, that's 3, this 2 sees that, so that is 4. Yeah, this now can't be 8, so that is 9, that's 8. That means that's a 7, so that's an 8. Ah, okay, very cool. This 4 sees that, so that's 5. That's a 4, which does allow us to fill in color. And so, I mean, we could probably remove 5 from those cells now. So 5 is in one of those cells. This is a 2-7 pair. This 7 sees that. So that is, that is low. This is high, which is a 7. This is a 2. This makes that a 6, which works. That's an 8. That's a 7. That's an 8. This must now be a 4, which is a low digit. And here we have 5 and 7, which we can again resolve. I could probably finish up all the 5s now. Nope, just kidding. 5s are forming a very sad X-wing here. This is now 5 and 6. Well, this is 5 and 9. The 9 does disambiguate that though, so I can say this is 5, 9, 6, 5, which does allow us to color in the digits. I could probably finish up the coloring at this point, which is like that. And now we can continue solving the puzzle. That must be 8. That is now a 7. This is now a 4. That is now 6 or 8. It can't be 8, so that is 6. That is 8. This is 6. 6 makes that a 6. Sorry, 8 makes that a 6. That is 8. This is 8. That is a 7. Sorry, 7. And this is a 6. Solving the puzzle in more than an hour. That was an awesome puzzle actually. Seeing this 4-5 work together, I think that was the most adrenaline-inducing part of the solve. Wow, I really like this one. Yeah, I could suggest this puzzle to Lucian as well. I don't know how he would find it. I think he would probably need a lot of time as well. Which is not to say that, you know, I'm just gonna say this puzzle is in fact really challenging. So yeah, wow, it feels really nice to solve this one. Yeah, with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be seeing you now. Bye bye.